I want to tell you a story about flight. Well, actually, about the glory of flight. Except this story is unlike one you've heard before. Let me introduce you to Alexander Kartveli. He is probably the most important aircraft designer you've never heard of. What if I told you a career in engineering and design gave him wings? Would that story be of interest to you? Okay, let's begin. Actually, engineering and design is only part of this story about flight. Another important character is imagination. You see, Kartveli was born in the country of Georgia in 1896, 7 years before the Wright brothers' first powered flight on the beaches of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Just a few years later, the innocence of those early planes melted away like sand dunes as the world struggled against a global tyrannical threat. Kartveli escaped the Bolsheviks by moving to Paris to pursue a boyhood dream to design aircraft in the new emerging field of aviation, an exciting and fast-moving industry like the internet of today. Against this bleak Bolshevik background, ambition and imagination took flight with Kartveli, literally. To make ends meet, Kartveli worked in a circus as a trapezist and as a math tutor. And while in aviation school in Paris, one of his plane designs miraculously set a world speed record. Soon thereafter, Kartveli came to the United States as a penniless immigrant as head of engineering and design at Charles Levine's small aircraft manufacturing company. When Levine's aviation company failed, Kartveli joined forces again as chief engineer for Alexandre de Seversky, another early aviation pioneer who also happened to be born in Georgia. Seversky aircraft eventually became Republic Aviation, a major force in aircraft manufacturing through World War II and the conflicts that followed shortly thereafter. At Republic Aviation, Kartveli designed some of the era's most important fighter planes, including the A-10 Thunderbolt, the Warthog, the P-47 Thunderbolt, the Jug, the F-84 Thunderjet, the Hog, and the F-105 Thunderchief. Kartveli's experimental XF-12 was the fastest multi-engine piston airplane ever built and was extended to meet the needs of civilian aviation. Remarkably, the A-10 remains in service today, nearly 5 decades after it was introduced, despite quantum leaps in aviation technology and engineering advances. After World War II, the political situation between the Soviets and the USA changed dramatically. It was the beginning of the Cold War, symbolized by the construction of the Berlin Wall and fears of domestic communist activity. Prompted by Senator McCarthy's Committee on Un-American Activity, Kartveli and others like him were subject to unfounded suspicion and censorship. The political situation also meant Kartveli was cut off from his family in Georgia forever. Despite these restrictions, the media captured Kartveli's immutable sense of imagination in articles in which he expounded on the future of civilian aviation and spaceflight. You see, a man devoted to a dream acquired the wings to fly through persistence and a buoyant dedication to imagining a better world. His planes were visions of the future. Kartveli opened our eyes to the potential for individuals to innovate by uniting head and hand, and who think by designing things. Beginning in the early 20th century, when innovators like Kartveli gained influence, a whole class of leaders emerged as a new breed of designers and engineers who combined the scientific method with an excessive orientation towards possibilities. Learn more at alexanderkartveli.com.